The most anticipated sci-fi masterpiece of 2023, The Founder of AI, is finally shockingly released today. It is a combination of science fiction, horror, and suspense. Brothers who have caught it must not miss it. Without further ado, the main film begins. In the future of 2066, two recyclers discharged the remains of a scrapped robot from an abandoned platform. The humans with him had already become dry. Being hit by the sun, the scrapped robot suddenly moved, then screamed in fear and struggled continuously. Although the man subdued it, his colleague was so scared that he cried because he felt that the emotions and language of the robot just now were like humans. These artificial intelligence robots that were discovered will be uniformly destroyed. This is their job. It all stems from an accident 10 years ago. At that time, artificial intelligence had reached unprecedented heights and was as popular as mobile phones, reaching every door. Until a nuclear bomb exploded in downtown Los Angeles, killing 1 million people on the spot, and an unprecedented battle between Western humans and artificial intelligence began. In order to drive out all robots, the United States began to dispatch the most advanced Nomad spacecraft. It can scan any corner of the world at any time, and once it finds traces of a robot, it will carry out precise strikes to destroy it. Those robots were forced to hide in hiding under the threat of the Nomad for more than 10 years. According to the information obtained by the US military, a new type of superweapon, codenamed Alpha, was developed in a mountainous area of New Asia. Under the cover of the Nomadic, a US military team was sent to sneak into the New Asia area quietly, but when they arrived, I found that it was just a village full of human farmers, and there was no trace of the robots at all. One of the soldiers used the little girl's pet to threaten her into revealing the whereabouts of the base. But his mother hugged him tightly, as if she was hiding something. Only Brother Hay looked at her from the direction of the girl. As the statue rotated, a basement entrance suddenly appeared in front of them, and the team immediately sneaked in secretly. Since this is just a research institution, there are almost no soldiers patrolling the underground base, and the team entered the core research and development room without any effort. But what surprised the team was that all the R&D personnel were human scientists working seriously. They had no time to think about it and launched an indiscriminate massacre of the experimenters. The result triggered the laboratory's protective isolation device, isolating the team and remaining scientists. At the same time, the robot police also rushed to the village and surrounded the soldiers on guard, but were blown to pieces by rockets set in advance. As the explosions spread, more and more robot police arrived. The team was running out of time, and it would take time for the hackers to crack the weapons depot door. The captain ordered Haegu and other personnel left behind to return to the ground to support their comrades. As long as the warehouse door is open, setting a beacon on the weapon and allowing the Nomad to conduct an airstrike will successfully destroy it. As time passed, the team members on the ground could no longer bear it any longer. The captain asked Ichi to automatically crack the cabin door code and went to support himself, leaving Brother Hay alone to guard the cabin door. However, at this moment, the hacker successfully cracked the heavy door and slowly opened it in front of Brother Hay. Inside was the secret weapon Alpha for this mission. Brother Hay moved forward cautiously, but there was only a sofa and a TV in the spacious cabin. Brother Hay nervously aimed his gun at the target in front of the sofa, and unexpectedly discovered that it was a child watching a cartoon. Girl. A huge iron door was slowly opened in front of the man. Inside was a super biochemical weapon capable of destroying the entire Earth. Brother Hay was determined to destroy it. He never expected that what he saw was a child watching a cartoon. Haegu was stunned and instantly lost the ability to move. He closed the iron door and then opened an escape passage. He could only watch the child escape. The battle on the ground is still continuing at this moment. The human soldiers reported the area where the super weapon is located to the Nomad. In 1 minute, the Nomad will launch a missile strike on this area. A female soldier was shot in the back during the retreat. She struggled to escape onto the helicopter, but unexpectedly there was a time bomb stuck to her back, which blew the aircraft to pieces. At the same time, the Nomad had arrived at the designated area, and then fired a missile, instantly turning the entire village into ruins. Brother Hay was also knocked unconscious by the shock wave caused by the explosion. When he woke up again, he found himself being watched by the little girl, who playfully threw a stone at him. Brother Hay discovered his seriously injured teammate through the intercom call, and then pushed him into a farmer's house. Then Brother Hay got in touch with the commander and told him that the little girl was a scientist and that the 4 treasures should be the goal of their mission. Without thinking, the commander ordered him to kill the girl. But looking at the bionic girl who was watching a cartoon, Brother Hay really couldn't do anything. Before the report was finished, the commander was surrounded by mechanical police. Brother Hay also met a bionic dragon girl holding a weapon. After seeing Maya and the Nomad he drew, the other party seemed to recognize his identity. While fighting for the weapon, he was shot in the body by Brother Hay, but the sound of gunfire also attracted a searching machine not far away, leaving the police helpless. Brother Hay drove away with his teammates and Maya. At this time, the robot police had arrived and started shooting wildly without saying a word. Seeing that Brother Hay refused to surrender, the robot police threw a time bomb into the house. It was too late for Brother Hay to get out of the car. At the critical moment, a dog suddenly appeared, picked up the bomb without hesitation, ran to the police and returned it to them. After a loud noise, the mechanical policeman was blown up with parts all over the floor. Under Brother Hay's surprised gaze, Maya put her hands together and started the car without a key, driving the car out of the cabin. Brother Hay planned to go to the city ahead to find friends for help, but his teammates lost too much blood and lost their car during the journey. He had to take Yama to find a passing vehicle and hitch a ride. At the same time, the superior and subordinates also successfully escaped, using a special instrument to extract a chip from the dead brain of a human policeman and insert it into the brain of the android. I learned the whereabouts of Brother Hay from the mouth of Reborn 1 minute. When the two Hay brothers took a ride and passed the highway toll station, they found that they were wanted. In order not to be discovered, Maya stopped the entire power supply system such as charging, and got through smoothly without any danger. On the way, the two saw many Asian customs where humans and robots live harmoniously, and they talked about the destination of humans after death. Brother Hay remembered that because of his fault, he watched his wife die in front of him, and felt that he could not enter heaven. Unexpectedly, Maya said that none of us can go to heaven. Brother Hay stared at Maya for a long time, and then hugged him silently. All the robots here were operated by the ant to mass-produce robots that serve human beings. The owner of this factory is also Hei-Ji's former comrade in arms. The boss gave Maya a comprehensive examination. He had never seen such a bionic robot before. Those bionic people manufactured outside were just the product of copying and pasting, but Maya seemed to be able to grow on her own. She could control the machine now. If she waits until she grows up, the queen may be able to control farther and larger machines and equipment, and its future will be unstoppable. That night, a friend arranged for Maya to stay in a nearby hotel. The person in charge of taking care of him was Brother Beard's girlfriend, who ordered him ice cream takeout. Little did he know that the takeaway person was actually a robot police officer. With an explosion, a large number of robot police rushed in, saying they could protect him from Americans. But Maya didn't care about her at all. Just as she was about to shut down her program, Brother Hay appeared in time and solved the group of little cards with one smooth operation. Hold Maya and run away quickly, and soon there will be a large number of machines. The police arrived and found only the body of Beard Brother's girlfriend. Suddenly two police officers shot at their companions. They turned out to be superiors and subordinates in disguise. They ordered the Nomad to be summoned to support Brother Hay. When they took Maya to escape to their spaceship, they were captured by the local guerrillas. The leader bounces up. The nuclear bomb explosion in Los Angeles was just an accident caused by a human-made coding error. Artificial intelligence will not attack humans at all. All of this is a detoxification that Western countries escaped by transferring conflicts. The US military developed the Nomad, and from then on the battle between humans and robots began, making it impossible for them to even live peacefully in New Asia. At this moment, there was a noise on the deck. It turned out that the Nomad had discovered another village with robots and bombed it. A barrel-shaped bomb robot received the order to run forward. The guerrillas quickly opened fire upon seeing this, but their bullets could not break the robot's defense at all. The robot passed through the hail of bullets and ran straight into the crowd. The bomb on his body detonated instantly, blowing the surrounding humans to pieces. The commander was very satisfied with the lethality of the bomb robot and ordered the second bomb robot to move forward to deal with the remaining guerrillas. I saw the robot leader and his subordinates rushing towards me again. At this moment, a girl blocked the robot's path. It was the android Maya. Then the robot slowed down, knelt down on one knee respectfully towards Maya, and let her stroke his head. Suddenly a bullet knocked Maya down. Brother Hay rushed forward to call the police. When he saw his teammates who had fought side by side pointed their guns at Maya, he had no choice but to kill her. The robot that resumed its program detonated directly on the spot. Brother Hay picked up Maya and fled away. After this battle, the leader's view of the traitor Haegu changed, and he took them to bed and fled the town. The commander extracted clues from the brains of the captured guerrillas and knew the destination where the guerrillas took Haegu. While driving, the leader talked about the life of Hei-Ji's wife. His adoptive parents were both bionic robots. After the adoptive father died, the adoptive mother also chose to cut off the power supply, which is why your wife has always wanted to have a child. Soon after, under the guidance of the leader, Haegu came to a temple and handed Maya over to the trumpet. In a wing of the temple, Brother Hay met his wife who had become a vegetative state. Maya hugged him and said that she could feel her mother's pain and hoped that Brother Hay could help him get rid of it. In great pain, Brother Hay pulled out the breathing tube that kept him alive, and promised that he would inherit his wife's wishes and make the war disappear. At this moment, the chief arrived in the sky above the temple in a fighter jet, and the soldiers who came down started killing the villagers crazily. The chief came to the wing where Brother Hay was and wanted to take Maya away, but was hit by a time bomb shot by the leader. Unfortunately, he was also killed by the gunfire of the soldiers who came to support him. Brother Hay took advantage of the chaos and pulled out his wife's memory card, and then fled down the mountain with Maya, but was discovered and arrested by the soldiers. The Nomad also came to the sky above the temple. Haegu and Maya were escorted onto the fighter jet by the US military, and then the Nomad bombed the entire village. Maya was brought back to the Los Angeles base where scientists studied her. I thought Maya had been killed with electromagnetic pulse, but unexpectedly he just pretended to be dead on the way to be sent to the robot for destruction. Maya uses her superpowers to take control of the convoy. Then Haegu took Maya to the airport and boarded a plane to the Nomad. Even though the general ordered the plane to return, Maya once again used her superpower to seize control of the plane and flew towards the Nomad in the sky. Soon the pursuers arrived, and Brother Hay used the airflow to successfully throw the small group of soldiers out of the cabin. Then Brother Hay hung his wife's chip around Maya's neck and asked him to control or shut down the energy system. The angry general ordered to turn on war mode and aim all the missiles on the Nomad at major cities in Star Asia. Brother Hay climbed onto the missile with the bomb, and Maya also successfully reached the energy control center and successfully shut down all energy systems. On the other side, Brother Hay also successfully installed the time bomb and set an escape time of 10 minutes. Brother Hay informed Maya to meet in the rescue cabin. Maya passed by a warehouse of androids and found an android who was exactly like her mother. He inserted the memory chip into the android's brain, but no matter how he called, there was no response. However, at this moment, the missiles had already flown to New Asia, and the cities nearby were instantly turned into fire. All Asians prayed silently in their hearts. Maya in the cabin once again used her superpower to delay the explosion of the missile. Brother Hay expressed his love for Maya and sent him away from the Nomad. As the time bomb he installed on the missile detonated, the entire Nomad exploded violently and fell from the sky, and then he jumped straight off the spacecraft. However, Brother Hay saw his wife with a memory chip implanted in the field. The two hugged each other tightly, and the Nomad also ushered in its final destruction. The people of New Asia shouted for victory, and Maya also completed her mission and shed tears of joy.